Hi there, it's Andrew Roberts here, author of What the Hell Are You Chasing? And I wanted to put a brief video together, 5 or so minutes, to educate you on how I plan out my year. Being in business for the last 10 years as a business coach, very fortunate to have worked with a number of very successful entrepreneurs, and I've been able to congregate how a number of people plan their years out and build what I believe is a really simple and effective process that in many ways allows you to move through a year without a lot of angst, without a lot of stress, and to also achieve a lot more than what you may have without a plan. So just to dive straight into this, my first step is this particular page you're looking at, and this page enables me to see the entire year on one page. So what I like to do is I have this map of the entire year. I have my personal goals up the top. I love putting my personal goals into my calendar first. I believe that if they're not in there, the likelihood of us doing them is minimal. So I put all my holidays into my calendar first. And then I also put other reminder dates. So for example, this little blue is when I reset my quarterly goals. So I like to plan on quarters, and I'll show you my quarterly plan shortly, but it's very important that you plan to remind yourself to plan. So I've got all sorts of dates in here. I've got 2-day workshops that I'm running out here in the green, different color coding. This is a massive big online conference that I'm running towards the end of the year. I'm going to Bali here, Vietnam up here. So I've been able to put all my personal goals in my calendar, plenty of time out. Very important, running businesses that we plan a lot of time out in our lives to catch back up on rest. And then I summarize my business goals down the bottom here. So I've got one page and I can always refer back to this. And this one tab is part of a whole document which I refer to as my ultimate organizer. So I really love this concept because it keeps everything together. So this document's actually open and in front of me every day. And I'm able just to click along here and see things that I've got going on. So I've got ideas and quotes and books to read and my budget. But obviously my 12-month plan sits here. And then I break it down into quarterly goals. So what I do is I ask myself, what do I need to have achieved by the 31st of March to be on track for my 12-month goals? And I start with personal first. As you can see, start yoga, start swimming. And then I set my business goals. Now, I do a lot of my planning on paper first. So I break my business down into 4 or 5 chunks. I'm working on a book, launching out a book. I'm running a 2-day workshop. I am running some webinars, and I've got some coaching goals. So you can see there's quite a few tasks that I need to accomplish under each of these. And as I said, this is all mapped out and brainstormed on paper first, and I moved it in this document. And then I got really clear on who does what. So I'm obviously engaging some of my team. And the other thing I've written down in this column is specific notes, so little to-dos that's going to help me achieve that particular goal. And then equally as important, I've put a time frame on how long it will take me to achieve that goal or task, and then a deadline. Now what I do, once I've got clarity on my projects, once I've got clarity on what am I going to focus on, and by the way, really no more than 3 to 6 projects. You want to keep them really tight, break them down, deadline them, time frame them. Then this might not work for everyone, but this cost me about $10 from Officeworks, and this is or stationery for those of you watching this from the States, just a big stationery outlet. This is a large planning document. So you can see this has January on the front page through to December on the back page. And it has every single day of the year, and there's a few lines under each day. And what I have done is I've gone into this and I've actually taken each of these tasks and I've put them onto a specific day that I'm going to work on them. So I've actually mapped out every single day of the next 3 months. And a lot of people might think that that's hardcore and crazy, but for me, it means that I do all my thinking over 2 or 3 days it took me to put this together. I put it into the calendar, and then all I have to do now is implement. So, for example, last week I was able to get through a whole lot of tasks. The reason that was when I opened up the day, bang, I can see exactly what I have to do. And then I move those tasks into my online calendar and I block out big chunks of time that ensures that I become very reactive instead of proactive. And there's the little saying that our success will follow our calendar, and I really do believe that. So I look at my 3 months and I've got some very big goals going on here, but I don't feel stressed about it because it's all put in there. And if someone rings me and desperately wants a meeting, I'm quite strong at saying, look, no, I've actually got something else planned on that day, but still allocating a lot of white space in my calendar to fit everything else in. And I will finish off by saying you've got to be flexible. You've got to have the ability to move things around, a degree of flexibility, yet you'll find by planning out, firstly, what do you want to achieve in the 12 months? And then secondly, where do you need to be by the end of March to be on track for your 12-month goals? Thirdly, put timeframes around each of the tasks, put deadlines around them, and then put it into your calendar. I can't stress that enough from my perspective, and it really works for me. When it's locked in your calendar, the likelihood of you doing it's very, very high. So I hope you got some great little tips and ideas from this. And for those of you that want further training, more templates, last year I ran a 1.5 hour training session. You can see it on the side. And it's all about helping you finish the year before it starts, providing you a whole lot of templates, just going into a bit more depth than what I was able to here. But have an amazing 2012. And remember, a good plan executed extremely well is much better than an incredible plan executed poorly. So it's the year of execution, it's the year of doing things, it's the year of actually opening up your calendar and implementing what you said you were going to do. But have a great 2012. Thank you.